Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. In the last episode, we came to the remote colony of Horizon, which had just been attacked by the Collectors. We fought through a couple of them, and we learned from this guy, a mechanic, that the colony has advanced defense turrets, which hopefully we can use to drive the Collectors back off the planet. We also learned that our old ally, Ashley Williams, is here, and that the locals haven't got a great deal of love for her. Now it's going to throw us straight in the deep end with fighting Collectors and something else. Oh, that's a bloody Guardian. Oh, it's now Harbinger. Wonderful. Well, you have got a brief moment while it's turning into Harbinger, where it is absolutely vulnerable to weapons fire during that time. So if you're quick, you can take down the majority of its barrier, because we haven't got a great deal that's good against barriers. We've got... Well, Concussive Shot did quite well there. Oh, but as you can see, it uses Biotic Warp on you, which knocks you back, which can be problematic. There's a drone over there I'm going to try and take out because I don't want to get flanked by it by accident. I didn't hear exactly what he said there, but you will have noticed... that... Oh, I hacked him instead. Harbinger called us exactly by name, called us Commander Shepard. The Elusive Man hinted at this last episode, but... we're known to the Collectors, specifically Shepard. Oh! This is a new enemy as well, and it's a very difficult one. Up to the right here is a Scion. They're another enemy of the Collectors that you possibly don't want to look at too closely. If I bring it up with a sniper rifle, then you can't see anything. Look at that. It's clearly heavily based on a human. With a kind of humanoid skull and body with this huge, like, sack over its shoulder. Oh, they're grim-looking things. And that is a Collector Scion. So far, we've only really been fighting the more insectile forms of the Collectors, but they come in a whole lovely, wonderful range of flavours. And the Scion is one of the more annoying ones to fight. Fortunately, there, we kind of didn't actually really have to fight it much. There's some power cells here. 130. Oh, I was like, 130, that's loads, because I was thinking in terms of like having 130 arcs for the arc projector, but of course I'm still using the Collector Particle Beam, which, that's about a second's worth of particle beaming. Yeah, because that's up to 575, and currently the total on is like 650, I think. So dead Collector here with a little bit of research on it, biotic damage, because as you will have almost certainly seen by now, a fair few of the Collectors have biotics.
I don't see more frozen people around.
Colonists loaded onto ship. Collector's nearly finished here. Need to hurry.
I'm with Mordin on this one. Let's bypass this door. And this is a very open area, but in the centre is the controls for the defence towers. Unfortunately, we all know it's not going to be quite that simple. Now, I can never remember where counts as a headshot, good one, headshot on Scions, whether it's the actual human head or whether it's the bulbous bit above. And it's not giving their health at the moment, so I can't exactly necessarily tell. Bit of a waste of a sniper shot on a husk, but you know, I did it anyway. So their attack is very similar to Jack's... Oh, I meant to use Incinerate on it, but Mordin's will do. That's one down. Their attack is very similar to Jack's Biotic Shockwave. That is a blast that goes dum 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 dumph. And it's very good at breaking your cover. I think it must be the bulb on the top, because that was much more powerful than actually hitting the head. Nope, yeah, both are powerful. Fortunately, its attack seems to be being blocked by that thing it's somewhat stuck on, which is advantageous to me, I will admit. I'm running relatively low on sniper shots, so I'm going to switch to the pistol actually for now. Just because I don't want to waste all of my sniper ammo, though I basically have already. Pistol's nice and effective against armor anyway, though. With the Scion down, I think there's only a couple more husks around. Oh, there's apparently nothing else around. Wonderful. Is there any ammunition around? Because that would be great. There's a little bit, that'll do. Right, let's hack the computer and get these targeting lasers back online. That's one, that's two, and that's three. Wonderful.
Normandy, do you copy?
Joker here. Signal's weak, Commander, but we got you.
EDI, can you get the colony's defense towers online?
Errors in the calibration software are easily rectified, but it will take time to bring the towers to full power. I recommend a defensive posture. I will not be able to mask the increased generator output.
The Collectors will try to stop it. Good.
Got any other helpful tips?
Just one. Enemy reinforcements are closing in. I suggest you ready weapons.
Wonderful. So we need to defend this position, and where I'm currently heading, up here, is probably the best place to do it from, because here you've got a nice little wall. Oh, that sounds like Harbinger. There's one wall you can lovely hide behind, and no one can flank you in this position. as in no one can come up behind you easily, and there's not really anywhere else on this map that gives you that kind of protection. Well, there's Harbinger. He's using his warp. Just have to make sure you duck in time before that hits us, because that completely breaks our cover if we have it. And God, he can let off a lot of those. Jesus. Collectors get a lot more powerful when they become possessed by Harbinger, and that can happen to any one of them at any point. And I'm on fire now, because he can also do that. Harbinger, yeah, makes Collectors a hell of a lot more powerful. There's some Husks coming into the side, and they can fuck with your cover, but not much else. From this distance, Husks aren't really a threat. I think we took down... Oh, there's a Guardian over there, isn't there? I'm going to need to run in and get some of that ammo in a second. Oh, fuck it, I'll do it now. Just because I want sniper rifle ammo, because I'm feeling very defenseless without it. I mean, I can hold off fine just about... Oh, there's another bloody Collector over here. Well, Mordin, you can freeze that one for me, please, and I'll deal with it later. This one I will burn personally. Wonderful. Let's deal with the Frosty boy over there. There we go, wonderful. Oh, that's a Collector. Hello, you've got a barrier as well. Yeah, let's do something about that. Wonderful. Oh! There's a lot of things going on here. Nice to see you! Oh, that would have worked brilliantly if I'd frozen it. Oh, I kind of did! I mean, I said the pun a little bit too soon, but generally I think that was still effective, don't you? You said something about being the harbinger of my destiny. That's not encouraging. Eh? Well, that's a creepy thing to hear. Only Harbinger really seems to speak of any of the Collectors. Which presumably means they're all capable of speech, because they're all capable of being Harbinger. Well, my boys are really up close there, so I guess I'll let them deal with him. Because I'm a good delegator. That's what I do. I'm also quite handy from a distance. I'm a sneaky boy. Stop saying something, boy. Oh! He wasn't there before. I swear they came up way the fuck too fast.
Enemy has withdrawn. Reinforcements likely.
Thanks for the optimism there, Morden. There's a fair bit, a few bits of ammo hanging around. I got 8 sniper shots. That's pretty good. Oh, that sounds like Scions. Oh my god, Husk's here. Fuck. Ooh.
Guess we got their attention.
Oh, there's a Harbinger. Wonderful. Hit it with a concussion, will you please? And I'll take it mostly down. God, he can take a lot of beating. Oh, I accidentally used AI hacking on him. Wonderful. Turns out he's not synthetic. In case anyone was wondering that, now we know. Once Harbinger's barriers are down, he's really not much of a threat. But while the barriers are up, he's a huge threat because his damage output is just way more than any other Collector. And he's going to take over one of these fuckers, isn't he? Thanks for the advice, ED. Oh, that guy broke. Wonderful. These guys have all got barriers. We've not got a great deal that's good against barriers. Warp is probably the most... concussive shot's not bad against it, but yeah, Biotic Warp is one of the most powerful weapons against... Well, most powerful powers against Biotics. Actually, some machine guns are, and I'm nearly out of pistol ammo, so... Yeah, that's mincing through the barriers much faster. Oh, I used AI hacking again. I should maybe take that off. Bloody... Oh. Submachine gun with a cryo on it's actually... Oh, he went into cover and then got Harbinger. That's bloody annoying. Well, let's do what we can about him while he's sitting. Didn't make the most of that, did I? Oh, ooh. Creepy. Can you concuss him from there? Yes, you can. Brilliant. Morden, burn him. I will also burn him. Brilliant. Oh, that's a disturbing thing to hear when it dies, is this form is irrelevant. How creepy. How much heavy weapon ammo have I got? Mostly full. Very good. God, I brought Captain Positive for both of my members of my team with me currently, didn't I? Oh, apparently I'm back down here. Don't really want to be here.
Edie, we need that system online.
Not sure what it is.
This is a Collector Praetorian. It's the most powerful type of Collector. It's got a really creepy design, as you can see, with like a mouthful of human skulls. Jesus Christ. It has 2 attacks. That's one of them. It's called Death Choir. I'll explain what it does in a second. But for now, it's got a barrier at full. Let's try and take the barrier down as quickly as we can. And that's its second attack, Particle Beam. Once its barrier is down, its armor is exposed, and that's its real damage. Hit it as hard as you can while its armor is up, and then pretty soon it will use Death Choir again, and its barrier will come back up. You've got a few seconds during that time to get the fuck away from it, because also Deathquire is extremely dangerous to be anywhere near, and its barrier's back up. Fortunately, the collective particle beam is ridiculously strong against Praetorians. And he's using Deathquire again. It uses it pretty much whenever you take its armor down by a quarter, seems to be the requirement for it. But yeah, heavy weapons are handy against the barrier, and then I'll switch to incineration powers for armor, and that should be it down, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, gotta praise the design on all collector things, but especially them. They look fantastic, I think. Horrifying, but fantastic.
Don't let him get away!
That ship is huge. Exactly how are we supposed to catch it?
Half the colony's in there. They took Egan and Sam and Lilith. Do something!
I didn't want it to end this way. I did what I could.
It was a good fight, Shepard.
Shepard? Wait. I know that name. Sure, I remember you. You're some type of big Alliance hero.
Commander Shepard, Captain of the Normandy, the first human Spectre, savior of the Citadel. You're in the presence of a god, Delan, back from the dead.
All the good people we lost and you get left behind. Figures. Screw this. I'm done with you Alliance types.
I thought you were dead, Commander. We all did.
It's been too long, Ash. How have you been?
That's it? You show up after 2 years and act like nothing's happened? I would have followed you anywhere, Commander. I thought you were gone. You were more than our commander. Why didn't you try to contact me? Why didn't you let me know you were alive?
Not my choice. I spent the last 2 years in some kind of coma while Cerberus rebuilt me.
You're with Cerberus now? I can't believe the reports were right.
Reports? You already knew.
Alliance intel said Cerberus could be behind our missing colonies. We got a tip that this one could be the next to get hit. I went to Anderson, but he wouldn't talk. But there were rumors that you weren't dead. Worse, that you were working for the enemy.
Our colonies are disappearing. The Alliance turned its back on them. Cerberus is the only group willing to do something about it.
Bullshit. I know what Cerberus is like. They talk about putting humans first, but at what cost? I wanted to believe that you were alive. I just never expected anything like this. You've turned your back on everything we stood for.
Ash, you know me. You know I'd only do this for the right reason. You saw it yourself. The Collectors are targeting human colonies, and they're working with the Reapers.
I'd like to believe you, Shepard, but I don't trust Cerberus. And it worries me that you do. What did they do to you? What if they're behind it? What if they're the ones working with the Collectors?
Too hung up on Cerberus, ignoring the real threat.
I can see you won't listen to reason.
You show up after 2 years and tell me you're working with Cerberus. Sounds like you left reason behind a long time ago. Doesn't matter. I still know where my loyalties lie. I'm an Alliance soldier. It's in my blood. I'm reporting back to the Citadel. I'll let them decide if they believe your story.
We both know how that's gonna turn out. The Alliance will try to blame Cerberus just like you did.
With good reason. Cerberus can't be trusted. So long, Commander. Good luck.
Joker, send the shuttle to pick us up. I've had enough of this colony.
Shepard, good work on Horizon. Hopefully the Collectors will think twice before attacking another colony.
It's not a victory. We interrupted the Collectors, but they still abducted half the colony.
That's better than an entire colony, and more than we've accomplished since the abductions began. The Collectors will be more careful now, but I think we can find another way to lure them in.
I wondered if you had something to do with that attack. Ash said the Alliance got a tip about me and Cerberus.
I released a few carefully disguised rumors that you might be alive and working for Cerberus.
I see. What were you trying to prove?
I suspected the Collectors were looking for you, or people connected to you. Now I know for certain. It was a risk, but I couldn't just wait for them to take another colony. You understand?
What's our next step?
We have to keep the pressure on the Collectors. They'll be more cautious with their ground operations, so we need another opening. I'm devoting all resources to finding a way through the Omega-4 relay. We have to hit them where they live. Your team will need to be strong, as will their resolve. There's no looking back. The same goes for you. Can I assume you've put your past relationships behind you?
It was hard to see Ashley again.
And now it's done. Best to leave those connections behind and focus on our mission. Shepard, once you find a way through the Omega-4 relay to the Collector homeworld, there's no guarantee you'll return. To have any hope of surviving, you and your entire team must be fully committed to this.
Let me worry about them. You just find us a way to the Collector homeworld.
I just want to be upfront about your odds. You'll need everyone at their best. I've forwarded 3 more dossiers. Keep building your team while I find a way through the relay. And be careful, Shepard. The Collectors will be watching you.
I guess we're really gonna do it. Hit the Omega-4 relay. Take the fight to the Collectors in person. Looking forward to the action. After seeing what those bastards did on Horizon, though, makes you think.
Something on your mind?
No, just... there's a good chance we're not coming back, even if we get it done. Gonna go take care of a little unfinished business. I imagine everyone else is, too. Getting some closure, you know?
So, oh my god, that's a whole load of stuff we've got here. As people are hinting at here, we are very much entering a second phase of the game. And it is a huge amount of stuff unlocks post-Horizon. One thing of that is a lot of the squad members will now offer loyalty missions. If you've spoken to them enough, and if enough time has passed, they offer missions which is usually now dealing with something in their past or something that's troubling them or something like that, to kind of clear their mind, get some closure on things like Jacob said, and make sure they're fully committed to the mission. All squad members have a loyalty mission, and most of them are quite good. We also have 3 more dossiers, plus the 2 DLC dossiers, Kasumi and Zaid. So there's a lot to do, and there's a lot to be doing in the coming episodes. That whole stuff on Horizon is, yeah, Horizon's one of my favourite missions because it's the first time you really see the Collectors in action, and it's, as I say, it almost slightly annoys me this game starts with, let's fight the Collectors, and then you spend the beginning of the game gathering dossiers, which is interesting itself, but it's not really related, and then just occasionally, I say, every 4 or 5 main missions, they throw you on with the Collectors, and every time they do, it's like, oh fuck, this is interesting. And then they wait just long enough before dropping you another Collector mission, and they just tease the information out, and it's very well done. It's annoying, but that's because it's very well done. And that mission gives you just enough information to go on. I researched the biotic damage upgrade that we got from the Collector, and that gives us a bonus 20% biotic power duration unlocked, which I will also research. We've got a lot of Element Zero, because, well, we've not got a lot relative to the other things, to the other elements, but we've got things that require Element Zero, never require that much. Heavy Skin Weave we'll take, which gives us extra health. And Heavy Bone Weave gives us 50% protection from melee attacks, which is great, and they use Palladium. We've got Palladium coming out of our arse. Other than that, yep, we've learned a lot more about the Collectors, what they're up to. Got 3 more dossiers, got people's loyalty missions to start doing. But next episode, we're going to be going somewhere different. We're going to be going to the Citadel, which we've not been to yet. We're going to speak to the Council. We are going to investigate, well, I'll read a dossier from it, because this is actually one of the 2 DLC dossiers, but here we go. Dossier, the Master Thief. Kasumi Goto, Master of Stealth and Infiltration, skilled hacker and information specialist, operates completely off the grid, no criminal record. Kasumi Goto is not the most famous thief in the galaxy. She's the best. Trained in the arts of stealth and infiltration, she has acquired artifacts and information from all over the galaxy, and yet maintains a completely clean criminal record. She is awaiting a rendezvous with Shepard. Shepard, for God's sake, 3 tries to do it. Shepard on the Citadel in Zakera Ward. And that, amongst other business on the Citadel, is what we will be doing next episode. Thank you very much, and good day.